Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong.
Say it's good?
Hey, look at me, man, what I become.
Yeah, that's why I say there's a lot of animal traffic here.
I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old eyes. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now.
I love it that I can just walk around my property. If I feel like getting into the woods, that's all I need to do is just take a walk on my own property. Speaking of that, look at this tree. That sucker is gonna fall at any moment. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna find somewhere to stop and we're gonna chat for a bit. You want to chat with me? I want to give you guys kind of update of how I'm doing, you know. I've recently lost my job and kind of starting a whole new chapter in my life. Like multiple chapters are starting all at the same time. So anyways, let me find somewhere to sit. I'm thinking we just sit in the grass. What do you think? Maybe I take off my jacket. I love it here. I do. Guys, I love my own property. I just love being here. I've been here for a bit and I went backpacking. You guys saw that? I went backpacking. Been doing some things here at the cabin and I've chopped a lot of wood and Scott's helped out with that. In case he watches this video, he's going to be like, hey, I chopped some of that too. He did. He chopped some too. And, take off my glasses there so you can see me. I have to remember, again, you guys, I'm always on my cell phone now. When I can afford a new camera, I'll get a new camera. Yeah, I chopped a lot of wood. I'm much better at it. What was it, like 3 videos ago or so? I was chopping wood and I was not very good at it. I was like, ooh, it's been a while since I've had to do this. So, yeah. So getting better at that. I've been hiking a lot and walking. I'm doing a lot of walking. I find that while I'm walking, whether it be in the city, because I am in the city every other week, if I'm in the city and I'm walking, it feels good. Like I'm feeling like I get some energy out. So like there's times, because in the city, it's not like trails, you know, and I'm walking in circles. And I'll do some days 8 miles. Sometimes just multiple circles in a safe neighborhood is kind of what I'm looking to do. But that's kind of what I'm doing. Okay, so let me situate just a little bit more. I can feel that I'm sitting on a stick. So Give me a minute. You guys, I just realized that a new tree fell. Like, I've been in this spot before. Let's check it out. Like, this must have just fallen. Because I don't remember this. Well, maybe not just, but I don't remember this tree being down. But it must have fallen this year, is my thought. Because I've been on that stump, and I got a bunch of videos on that stump, and there wasn't a tree behind it. So yeah, that tree fell. It's probably just all rotten on the inside there. Yeah, I bet you anything that tree just fell. Or it fell since the last time I was here, which is probably within a year. I haven't walked every part of my my property. Like, this stump wasn't like that either. Like, this wasn't falling apart there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's dangerous where I'm at. That's why I don't come over here that much. For that reason. Trees are falling, and I hear them fall too. I've heard them. Oh, heard them fall. I've heard them fall. Okay, let's get situated again. Okay, where am I at? Let's talk about this a little bit. If you watched my last 3 videos, you'll know that I've lost my job. I've been pretty bitter, angry, upset, and that's not like me. Like, my default is a smile. You know, I'm always very positive. I'm always trying to think of what are the good things that happen for things. You know, I don't know what the right word is for that, but I'm always positive. Like, I always try to find the good in things. And the way that I was treated at the company I was at was not good. And there were lies, and it made me feel very angry. And I am at a little under a month of after being laid off. However, I don't need to get into the details of some things. Again, you guys, I'm going to try to stop myself every once in a while so that way I don't have to re-record stuff. But anyways, they still had me for this month that I was gone. Like, I still had to be available if they needed me for something. However, I didn't have a computer and didn't have access, so whichever, you know, whatever it is. So how am I doing? I'm having fun. I actually am. Like, I went on that road trip, you know, I just picked up and left and went to my friends. That was 2 videos ago, or the last 2 videos. I went and hung out on a lake, and I talked about it already, so I'm not going to go into a lot of that. But even the drive, just to be alone in my own thoughts, like, I wasn't even listening to music, you guys, which is so weird for me if you know me. Like, I'm constantly listening to music at all times. I wasn't even listening to music, and I was just thinking and, like, just being in my own head space. And that's kind of what I do out here too, especially when I had the tent, and that's how I healed, is that I start to just really think through my life and what I want. And yeah, and that's what I did. I thought through a lot of things, and I feel better. That was over 13 hours sitting in a car, and with just silence and just thinking in my head. And sometimes, most of the time, I was actually talking. You guys, I talk to myself when I'm talking to you guys, because really I'm only looking at a camera, you know, so I guess I'm kind of used to talking to myself. But I was practicing interviewing. I was like thinking about the things like, do I want to change my career? Like, am I going to rent out the cabin? Am I renting out my condo in the city? Like, what am I going to do? How's this going to affect Kyla? How's it going to affect Scott? Like, all these things were going in my head, you know what I mean? And I I wouldn't say that I had come up with a conclusion yet. I wouldn't say, oh, now this is the decision, you know. No, I haven't quite done that yet. I am working on that still of what that decision's going to be. And the only reason why I haven't made that decision yet is because I've actually had interviews and people I haven't is okay. I don't have anything that's promising right now for getting a job, but people are calling me. And that to me is a step in the right direction. I am what you call a UX manager or a director of UX. That is like my title. And um, to get a call, I hear, is very rare. I'm talking to other people that have the same title as me. I'm on forums, I'm on groups, and I'm chatting with other people that I don't know, and they don't even know my name. And I'm just chatting with people, and they're telling me their story. I'm telling them my story. And their story is they're not getting any interviews. Um, I am. So there's part of me that's hopeful. I'm hopeful, that I don't have to make any really rash decisions at this point, like I'm happy that I'm getting interviews, but I'm not getting any job offers. And these interviews are intense, you guys. These are like 9-part interviews. And like you have to do it's called a whiteboarding. Yeah, we probably don't want to get into the details of that, but it's basically they give you a scenario and you got to solve that scenario in front of them, and you don't know what the scenario is ahead of time, and you have to build this really big portfolio. You have to create a website. You have tests that you have to take. Like these interviews are intense, and the reason is that there's a lot of people in the market. They want the best person, and all I'm doing is I'm waiting for responses from people like, how did I do? Did I do okay? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Um, so I'm hopeful. Uh, yeah. But last night, I was doing really good for like 6 days, I'd say. 6 days, my energy was good. Like, I'm like, I am good. I went backpacking, I chopped all this wood. Like, I'm feeling really good. And then all of a sudden, I wake up in the middle of the night and I get that anger feeling again. Like, why did they do this? Why did they make this decision, of my past company I was with? And there's some things that are going on right now where I actually might have to get a lawyer. But I'm not going to talk about that. But, so it's just kind of like, and so that just increased my stress level. And I was literally up at 3 o'clock this morning, laying in bed and thinking through all of this stuff, and my anger came back. And I had a friend call me up this morning and he's like, how you doing? What's going on? And I'm like, I'm not good today. But now I am. So it's literally like this emotional roller coaster because I got to be able to be sitting in my trees today. It's like, I'm still at the point where I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I want to live my life like I'm retired right now. That's what I want to do. But I also understand that I have overcommitted myself to a lot of financial things, and that is of my own fault. And I have made some mistakes by that. I have made mistakes by trusting a company that will always employ you when really they're just there for the bottom line. And new management came in and, they're booting everybody out, so that's basically what happened. And yeah, I have to always in my mind think about that kind of stuff, and I got a little too comfortable that I was going to stay at that same job, and just a reminder to those of you that are still in your working ages, don't get too comfortable. Always have your resume updated and always go and network with people and talk to people and volunteer which is one of the things I'm doing right now, which is fun. I'm volunteering to mentor other designers. I like doing that. I like talking to people that are new in the industry. I got over 20 some years of experience in it. It's a volunteer thing. It's not something I'm making money on. I thought about like, ooh, maybe I can make money on it, but all these designers can go and get it for free. Why would they pay me for it? I don't know. I know it's a thought, and I'm learning a lot. Like I'm learning about how to interview. I got my story down, like yeah, but I want to live like I'm retired. I do. I just like I want to have fun while it's still warm out, while I can still wear a t-shirt, like I just want to go have fun right now because I know if I were to start another job, like all my time during the day is going to be sitting in front of a computer again. And I'm like, I don't have to sit in front of a computer during the day. I could do that at night. I can apply for jobs when the sun sets, and I can go out for all these walks and hikes and that's what I've been doing. And I'm loving it. So like that part is really cool. Um, yeah. So how am I doing? I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm happy. I'm like the happiest I've ever been at some moments, and then pissed off at other moments, and sad in other moments. How are you? Anybody else here get laid off? Can anybody else relate to me? Um, yeah. Just trying to stay positive. That's what I tell other people too. Just stay positive. You know, maybe the economy will change. It's possible. I have hope. I really do. I have a lot of hope. Um, I've been, on a side note, just to make some side money, I have been painting. And I'm not kidding you. Like, I'm doing these really, I did this. Okay, I'm really proud of this one painting. I'm going to show you. And again, I took a picture of it with my cell phone, you guys. But I did this for I don't know, just for somebody. I put out an ad in a couple places and I said, hey, holiday season's coming up. So if you need a commissioned painting from, original artwork in your house or a gift to yourself, um, reach out to me and I'll paint something for you, And I actually had people reach out. Um, I so far I've painted 4 paintings. And this week I am going to paint a cabin with a Bigfoot walking through it. Not kidding you. I'm like, never done that before. Never painted a cabin before. But I'm like, that's a challenge, but I'll take it. So that's what I'm going to be doing this week. It's not like a lot of money. My paintings, depending on the size, are like $300 to $500. This one's a pretty big one. So, some of them they start at like 75. So I did this other one. Oh, I wanted to show you this other one. I did this other one. It was his dog. But they know that I've been kind of leaning towards this whimsical kind of look and stuff. And so I did hold on one sec. Sometimes these videos get really long, and so I have to actually cut them. So anyways, I did this video of this dog that is a a Chihuahua dog. And I made it like a cartoon character, which is really fun for me. I actually really like that. And it's one of my favorite paintings. It really is. I've never done a painting like that for somebody's dog, and I love it, you guys. I love it. So I'm going to show it to you here. So I'll move over here. Tam, put here. But it just has a really cool character to it, and it was fun to do. And, it took a little bit longer than I thought, but he paid $75 for it, and it's a painting of his pet. So I guess if you guys want a painting of your pet that looks like a cartoon character, let me know, and I'll paint it. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun painting that, and it just made me feel good. And, I like playing with colors and stuff. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, because of the art that I do, that I should do some more like children books and stuff like that, And so I was just like, a children's book? I'm not really a writer, you know? You can get a writer to write the children's book, or maybe I can have AI help me a little bit. But I thought about doing a children's book, and I got really inspired over the last week. If you haven't seen this book yet, I'm not going to buy it because right now I'm saving my money. And even though this book only costs $12 on Amazon, I'm not buying it right now until I'm making money. I am going to buy it as soon as I get a job. It's probably going to be the first thing I buy is this children's book. And actually, I don't even know if it's really a children's book. I think it's like a book for adults too. Definitely look it up. You can get an audio of it on YouTube too. And if I remember, I'll put the link in the description, and you can listen to the book. It's kind of random, but I really like this guy's story, the artist of it. I really like his story and why he chose the type of art in this book, and how he does the letters of instead of just, having typed words on it, it was actually like calligraphy, I think it is, and he kind of made it kind of messy a little bit, and it just made the whole book his art. And it just looks so beautiful. And I was like, if I were to do a children's book, I'd even make the fonts, look like art. Like the whole thing would be a photo. And just learning of like how he did that book, how he came up with that book. And, he sold over 8 million copies of this book. And I don't know why this book called to me. It just showed up on my feed. I don't know, because I think our phones are all listening to us, and I was talking about children's books, and this thing showed up on my feed on YouTube. And I'm like, what's this? Because I had a horse in it. It's called The Boy, the Mole. No, is it Mole? Yeah. The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. That's like the simplest title ever, right? You don't even know what the book's about. It's just talks about who the characters are. But it talks about like really inspirational, like be happy type stuff, like I think there was one quote in the book that said something like, are you a glass half full or a glass half empty kind of person? And the response was, I'm just happy I have a glass. It's just like stuff like that in the book where probably kids won't get it, but it's kind of inspirational, and I really like it. I'm not going to get into it too much. I'm making a commercial for this book, but it touched me. And I thought about like, that could be one thing I could do is I could make a children's book, or just maybe just like he did. It's not really for children as much. It's just an art kind of book. I don't know how else to say it, but that would be fun, and it'd be creative for me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it or not, but anyways, I was very inspired by this guy, and it made me happy. And I'm sharing it with you. It made me happy. I'm trying to see it in the camera, if you could see that our leaves have all changed. So I'm in September now. I don't know when this video is going to post. Lucky you guys, I have extra time to create more videos. So I do have a couple in queue right now. So you're probably a few weeks behind what's in real life. But over the next couple weeks, the trees are going to look so beautiful here. In fact, they're changing daily. Let me see if I can show you. Like, do you see that? They're turning yellow slightly, but it's still warm out. Like it really is. It's still warm out. And it's just really pretty. I like the fall colors here. I'm not really a fan of fall because then it's like, oh, summer's done. That means like all my backpacking season, hanging out on a lake, getting in a kayak, that's done too. So it kind of makes me a little sad. But I do like the colors of the fall. It's kind of fun. Yeah. There's these little baby squirrels. I mean, they're tiny. I guess they're not babies, but they're not a full-grown squirrel. And they like are coming right up to me. I feel like I'm Snow White or something. You know? I'm like, something up? Even like the chipmunks are coming right up to me too. I just think it's really interesting. Maybe because I've been here for so long now that they'll come like within a foot of me. And of course, I don't have my camera to even show you. I was holding a bird the other day. I'm telling you, I'm Snow White now. However, I think Snow White sings, and that's not something I do. No. But it's really cool. I was trying to get a chickadee to land on my hand. They're so cute. It's so funny. If you were to watch Scott and I on the deck, on the back of the cabin, as soon as we walk outside, you see us. We're like, we're just like waiting for the birds to land on our hands, you know, like little birds. Because I've told you, I said, ever since I lost my job, I just sit in the forest and I just watch the animals. Literally, that's what I'm doing. Even Scott asked me today, he's like, what are you gonna do today? I'm like, well, I'm gonna do the wood. So you guys, I chopped a ton of wood, and I think we have enough mostly for winter, but I'm probably gonna be here more this winter. So I'll probably be chopping wood all winter, to be honest. But chopped wood, and then I loaded it on the porch. That was one thing that I was like, I'm going to do something productive every day. And that was something that I did. Very proud of myself. That was a lot of work, you guys. If anything, I'm going to get a lot stronger. But then like, he's like, well, what else are you going to do? I said, I'm going to sit and watch the birds. That's what I'm doing. It's like, I don't want to say goodbye to you guys yet. But I don't know what else to talk about. It's always a one-way conversation, you know? I'm like, ask me a question. What are you thinking? Put it in the comments and I'll answer it in my next video or a video coming up. There were some cars driving by, so I stopped the camera. So you know how I was struggling with losing weight, and I just kept gaining weight. I don't know, it's because I turned 50, and that's just what happens to us German women. I'm German and Norwegian and Scandinavian woman. You know, we get round. We just do. We get round. And I'm still round, you know what I mean? I'm not the skinniest girl out there, that's for sure, but and I'll never be skinny. But I think that I know how to lose weight. Is all you're going to do is stress me out. I have lost 17 pounds. Yeah, somewhere around there. Lost that about the time I was going to the lake. When I went to the lake, I was about 17 pounds down. Yeah, you stressed me out. It's funny, some people gain weight when they're stressed. I don't. I do the complete opposite. I lose weight because I'm like, I don't want food, you know? And there was a part of me is like, I got to feed Kyla. I can't eat all this food. I need food for Kyla. You know? And I'm like, okay, I'm not broke yet. You know, like I could still feed my daughter right now. I'm okay. But I think I was freaking out a little bit, you know, and I was like just not eating food and just making sure I was saving as much food as I could for Kyla. And so I lost 17 pounds. Yeah. What was it? And not all of it was during this time. A lot of it was, you know, there was stress that was happening before I was laid off because I kind of thought it might have been coming, but I'd say it would probably lost 17 pounds in like 3 weeks. So, you know, it's all coming back. And I just had a lot of brownies today. Well, I found this pan of brownies. So, like, this mix, and I was like, well, I could make that. You guys ate half the pan, and I just made it like 2 hours ago. Yeah. So don't worry, the weight's coming back on. I'm going to get chubby again. I didn't realize I had a thing of brownies. Yeah. Gotta watch myself, because I feel healthier if I'm still not my ideal weight. I'm still, well, I don't know what I weigh right now after that pan of brownies. I'm sure that's gonna stay on for a while, but I would say I'd want to lose probably another 6 pounds, and then I'd get to the weight that I was before I had kids, you know. And that to me is a healthy weight. I feel more energized. I feel better about me. I think a lot of it had to do with I was walking like 6 to 8 miles a day as well. So every morning I'd get up at 6, put on my shoes. Kyla would go to school, and I'd go for a walk, and I would just walk in circles and practice my interview skills and listen to videos about how to, just like self-help type videos. Yeah. Yeah. I don't want to go, you guys, but I don't know if I have anything else to say. Not for now. I think I'm going to it's fall now, pretty much. How that door in my kitchen it's a chalk door. I think we're gonna paint a fall scene on it. Maybe more like Halloween-ish. I don't know. Just gotta give me an idea of doing something Halloween-ish. So I might do that. I might paint some Halloween stuff. I currently having a video upload to YouTube for you guys. Yep. So hopefully you enjoy these videos. I am not getting as many views, but that's okay. Again, I do it for fun, and sometimes it's a little bit of therapy for me too. And maybe some of you out there can relate to me, I have no idea what I'm going to title this video. But if you're new to my channel, if you happen to click on this video and this is the first video you've seen, let me know in the comments below. I've been shooting videos for YouTube for 8 years now. My channel has been very successful, and then has gone down, and then has gone up, and so I'm just kind of curious if there's anybody that's new that's here, and why you subscribed if you did. If you didn't, why aren't you? You're like, I don't feel like listening to you. Yeah. I don't know what our next video is going to be, but I'm hoping that I can be out on an adventure again at some point. Maybe we could watch the leaves or something. Maybe I can do something to show the really pretty leaves. I got to go down the city for a week, so hopefully the leaves don't fall off the tree by the time I get back. Because that would be a bummer, because it's so pretty here when all the leaves are yellow. Okay, I guess I'm going to let you go. Thank you for listening. And thank you for your comments and all the nice and kind words that everybody says in the comments, because I know you're not going to say anything bad. And a special thanks to all of my Patreons that pay for the software so I can still edit the videos. Just want to give a special shout out to them. I'll probably do it in every video until I get a job, at least, because honestly, I wouldn't be able to edit these videos or put music on videos anymore until I found another job. So thank you to those that have become a Patreon, and I really appreciate you. And if you want to be a Patreon, you can do it for like $1. It's like $1 a month, which is, I think I get 60 cents or 50 cents of that. Every penny counts, and it all goes to the software to help edit these videos and put music on the videos and stuff like that. That's where that money goes right now. Okay, thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.
Golden light pours through the blinds, wash away the worries like a winding tide. Yesterday left far behind, your sweet scent fills my lungs open wide. In this soft light, troubles fade away. With you, no need for words to say your love, a gentle breeze that carries